Welcome back to the Flashracing Cup Series Season 4, and today the tour heads to the last great Coliseum known as the Bristol Motor Speedway. And my folks, we are back at Bristol Motor Speedway with a twist. This time around, we will be headed to the Bristol Asphalt first during the day, the afternoon. So this is going to be very interesting to see the first ever afternoon run short track race in the Flashracing Cup Series history with the next generation car, which has never run an event with the next gen cars during the day in the Flashracing Cup Series before in the next gen cars history. So it's going to be really exciting to see how this one pans out, folks. And here's an interesting fact going into the day. From Kyle Busch all the way to Jessica Monnet in the 13, these are the only drivers that have earned points so far. And of course, these guys started in the order of the points that they are in, so if you got points, you will know where you will be starting in the next race. The rest of these cars have to qualify on speed, just makes it a little bit easier to see where people are in points going into the broadcast. But hey, guess what, folks? These guys deserve to know to be starting where they are at, because these drivers are some of the best in NASCAR. And so we're going to be taking a look at who's starting where and what the stories will be for the day. Kyle Busch has a 200-point lead over the field, and he is one of the best drivers this season, Kyle Busch. Yeah, that's right, folks. He has had a really good season this year, and he's looking forward to continuing his great season so far. Just one of the best, easily one of the best drivers you could see out here, running as good as he is, and that number 18 car, his final race with Joe Gibbs Racing. And it's going to be really exciting to see how this race pans out from Mr. Kyle Busch driving the Skittles Dips Toyota Camry. And of course, in the number 71 car is Simon Torres starting second. He's having a really spectacular season. 2 races in. This is race number 3 of the Flashracing Cup Series. So he's looking to continue to put together good runs with his brand new Simon Toyota Sports race team. And his teammates have been following suit. Little by little, they've been getting better and better. And especially the number 13, where she is in the points. She's the last of the 14 drivers that have gotten points this season, but she can definitely earn some more if she has another great run today. She likes short tracks. She likes dirt racing. No matter what kind of short track it is, dirt or asphalt, Jessica Monnet knows how to deliver. That was her strong suit in her early parts of her racing career before she got to the Cup Series in this top ride. It's going to be really exciting to see that. And of course, Philip Torres looking to make a bounce back after a disappointing moment off of the racetrack. But he's looking to prove to fans that he still belongs on the racetrack and that he's one of the most talented drivers. The 2001 Rookie of the Year, 7 championships, just one of the best drivers in the field right here. But of course, he has yet to win a Flashracing Cup championship in this universe, so we're going to have to see how well Philip Torres can deliver on that today. Can he get some more points to put himself further up in the points? We'll have to find out. And of course, Flash Racer. How can we not talk about Flash Racer? He is looking to break his winless streak, and it's continuing into the next gen era for the Flashracing Cup Series. Can he change that today? We'll have to find out. Austin Cindric, the best rookie. He is cruising to the Rookie of the Year award. He's the only rookie to have really get any points. And of course, heading into this race, he's got a lot of momentum. He's won the first ever next gen event, and he's looking to win another one here today at Bristol Motor Speedway and absolutely outduel his counterpart, who is now the number 6, to go get a Bristol Motor Speedway victory. And those are your stories of the day. So without further ado, let's go down the starting lineup here for the Flashracing Cup Series Season 4 Discount Tire 500 at Bristol Motor Speedway. Alright, folks, now we're going to get ready for the starting lineup here in the Flashracing Cup Series Discount Tire 500 at Bristol Motor Speedway. And of course, your pace truck, the Mark Martin truck, returns. Let's go down the starting lineup. We got Kyle Busch and Simon Torres, Martin Truex Jr., and Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, and Austin Cindric, Flash Racer, and Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin's very good at short tracks. Philip Torres and Christopher Bell. Got Ryan Blaney, Kevin Harvick, Tyler Reddick, and Jessica Monnet. William Byron, a couple brand new race cars out here. He's got one of them, and Brad Keselowski. Alex Bowman and Joey Logano. Chase Briscoe and Daniel Suarez. We have Alex Ross and Bubba Wallace. Eric Jones and Izzy B. Ross Chastain and Cole Custer. Chris Buescher and Eric Almirola. Austin Dillon and Harrison Burton. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Ty Dillon. We have another brand new car out here, the Boot Barn car for Todd Gilliland and Corey LaJoy. And always starting second to last, we got Noah Gregson and Kaz Gralla. And that, my friends, is going to be the starting lineup for the Bristol Motor Speedway race. And we got to remember, this next-gen car hasn't run a Bristol Day event, so this is the first time we're ever going to see this. And, of course, the racetrack conditions are very different at Bristol Motor Speedway when it is run during different times of the day. So it's going to be really, really going to be interesting to see what these cars do. Will the racing get better after a lackluster Cup Series event, which Chris Buescher got the win of, by the way. He's not starting the highest, but he can definitely change that. This next-gen car has leveled the playing field, and here at Bristol Motor Speedway, it looks like we're going to have a very similar result. These guys are going to have to race hard to pass each other. It's very difficult to pass, as lots of drivers have brought up about these short tracks, and today we're just going to have to see how it goes. The Flashracing Cup Series has always brought exciting races, and today it is going to be expected that it will be no different, and we will see who the best driver today is, and of course, who's got momentum going into the winter swing. So without further ado, folks, let's get the pre-race ceremonies on so we can get these cars ready to roll off to the green in the Flashracing Cup Series. Now that the engines are fired up and we're getting ready to go around the racetrack and get ready to go green, but before we do that, let's talk about how the Flashracing Cup Series works for you brand new Flashracing Cup Series fans. So you see all these boxes here out on the racetrack? Yeah, that's right, folks. The spinner itself will decide how these races go. And of course, the leader on the restart, the control car, is going to be in control of the restart, so he's going to get 5 spins. And, of course, he will set the field going green. And, of course, for the rest of the field, they'll get 1 spin. And whatever number that lands on, that is where they're going to be on the racetrack. Of course, this is going to be a really exciting race. The Flashracing Cup Series always brings exciting races on short tracks. Will today be no different? We're going to have to find out. This next-gen car has really changed a lot of things about how the dynamic of the sport really is, including for the Flashracing Cup Series. So, without further ado, let's get these cars cleared from the racetrack so that we can go green for the first ever day race of the season. And let's not forget this. This is the first short track of the season. So without further ado, let's get these cars cleared from the racetrack so we can go green here on the Discount Tire 500 at Bristol Motor Speedway. Stay tuned for the drop of the green flag. Alright folks, the cars have been cleared from the racetrack and we are about to go green here at Bristol Motor Speedway for the Discount Tire 500. So here we go, folks. The starter has the green flag in his hand, and we are getting ready to go green. Here they come. Welcome back to the Flashracing Cup Series Season 4. Here comes Kyle Busch, and the Skittles Lime is back. Toyota Camry. What a huge number he just rolled. A fantastic start of this race. He is going to go to the high side right here, and he's going to go to the middle. Kyle Busch is out front here, and it looks like he's going to make an attempt at continuing a dominant season here in the Flashracing Cup Series, and this is a single-stage race, so he only has 1 chance to make Flashracing Cup Series history. Here comes Simon Torres in the number 71 CVS Toyota. And he is not that far behind. Here he comes. He's going to run the middle of the racetrack. And he's going to try to go to the bottom. Kyle Busch is going to block. Simon's going to go to the middle. But it looks like Kyle Busch is going to keep his spot right there. And now it's going to be a battle between the 71 and the number 18. So look at that. Best friends off the racetrack. And they are battling like rivals here to start this race out. Simon Torres and Kyle Busch. Here comes Martin Truex Jr. in the Bass Pro Shops Toyota Camry. Toyota's having one of the greatest seasons of the Flashracing Cup Series. Toyota in the Flashracing Cup Series is the best they've ever done. Here they come. Here's Martin Truex Jr. He's in third. Not going to quite catch the 2 leaders, but Martin Truex Jr. is as good as he can be here. And he's looking forward to getting more points. He's having a good, pretty decent, solidly quiet season. He's getting points. He's getting a little bit better than he was 2 seasons ago. He hasn't won anything in a long time, since season 1 to be exact. But Kyle Busch is still leading this one. 3 Toyotas out front. Here comes the first Chevrolet. Here comes Kyle Larson in the Valvoline Chevy. Let's see what he's got. And he's going to go right to the top of the racetrack. He loves that outside line. And he's not going to make it very far. Unfortunately, he is not going to catch the leader so far early on in this race. But he is in the top 5, right behind Martin Truex Jr. And, of course, that is where Larson stands as of right now in this race. Here comes Chase Elliott in the number 9. Another great Chevy this year. Let's see what he's got. Chase Elliott's going to run the high side as well. Here he comes. And he's going to get under Kyle Larson right there. We make a little contact with Truex, but he's not going to quite pass him right there. A bit too aggressive. He kind of used up his momentum trying that, but at least he got past the number 5. Chase Elliott is in a good spot right now. He's in the top 5. So 2 Chevys in the top 5 and 3 Toyotas make up all the cars in the top 5. Kyle Busch is still out front. And, of course, Larson, as of right now, is the slowest of those cars that have gone so far. But here comes Austin Cindric, the rookie, in the number 2 Ford. So we got our first Ford of the day. Let's see how he performs. The rookie continues to impress. Up to 3rd he goes. So the Hendrick cars are falling back. And it looks like there's a bit of a handling issue with that number 9. You can tell the car is wobbling a little bit. Looks like there's something wrong with the right rear of that car. He's got a bit of a handling problem on that number 9. So the first car with technical issues is the number 9. Is he going to be plagued by that for the rest of the season? For the rest of the race, I should say. We're going to have to find out, but he is still ahead of Larson. But that mechanical issue on car number 9 could hinder him at some point. But there it is, Austin Cindric. He is the best rookie. He is just running up front every single race. He is continuing to impress everybody and run well in the number 2. Here comes Flash Racer in the number 94 Chev. Let's see what he's got. Dunkin' Donuts this time around once again. They are stepping up their sponsorship of Flash Racer through this season, so he's got good news for that sponsor. He's going to get under Cindric. He's going to get a tiny little bump and run right there. Not too much contact. Very clean. And he's going to get to the side of Kyle Busch, but Kyle Busch has still got a lot of momentum right there. Kyle's going to take the bottom. Flash is going to try the top, but it looks like Kyle still got the advantage right there. So the battle for the lead is now between Kyle Busch and Flash Racer. These drivers have raced each other for decades, and now we're going to see how well they can perform here, battling for the lead here at Bristol with Simon Torres right in tow in case anything happens. And, of course, Austin Cindric is in the mix. But Flash Racer is running that outside line. There's a lot of speed up there if you can execute it right. And that's what Flash Racer has on his mind today as he's battling Kyle Busch. Here comes Denny Hamlin in the number 11. Here comes Denny Hamlin. He's going to run as good as he can. That's a fast race car. Austin Cindric is going to lose a spot right there. Hamlin just made up 4 spots and inserted himself into the top 5. Going to get to the side of Simon Torres, but he's not going to quite make it happen. He's on the bottom right there. And now the top 5 has now consisting of Kyle Busch, Flash Racer, Simon Torres, Denny Hamlin, and Austin Cindric. And, of course, the 3 cars that are now falling behind, Chase Elliott with that mechanical issue, having to race with it, and, of course, Larson in the number 5. Here comes Philip Torres in the number 46, looking to begin his comeback. Here he comes. Not going to make it very far, unfortunately. He is going to pass the 9, which the issues are getting worse on that number 9 car, so it's going to be able to... We're going to have to keep a look at that 9 car, because now that 5 car is actually getting hindered by it. In fact, he might end up getting past the 9 if the 9 continues to have issues. But Philip Torres is going to insert himself in the top 6 now. He's in the top. He's going to get a top 10 finish if he runs as good as he is right now. He's got a lot of chances for that. As Flash Racer, his teammate, battling Kyle Busch for the lead still. That has not changed yet. And here comes Christopher Bell on the DeWalt Camry. Let's see what he's got. Christopher Bell. And he's going to insert himself into the top 5. So as the battle rages on between Flash and Kyle Busch, here comes Christopher Bell. He's going to work his way in there into the top 5 and bump out Austin Cindric. But a good run for Austin Cindric either way. He is having a great race today. Christopher Bell is going to pass him. You can very much tell the amount of speed the Toyotas are bringing, and Flash Racer is battling as hard as he can with them so far in this race. Here comes Ryan Blaney in the Wabash National Ford Mustang for Penske. Definitely rolling a lot better. And here comes Ryan Blaney. The rest of these guys are kind of falling back now as Cindric is going to lose a spot right there to Ryan Blaney. So Ryan's starting to get his stuff together. He's trying to compete and keep on earning points. He is a Championship 4 contender in the first season of the Flash Racing Cup Series. He's trying to continue some kind of momentum here. But Kyle Busch is still out front with Flash Racer. Here comes Kevin Harvick in the number 4 triple action Ford. See what he's got. Kevin Harvick is the next car to get past the number 9. And the 9 car is starting to slow up here. As you can tell, that car is weighing on the right rear. There is a lot of issues with that number 9, unfortunately. So there's going to be a lot of work to that car that they're going to have to do to make that UniFirst car competitive. But that car has a mechanical issue as Larson and Harvick are going to fly by. He's going to get underneath Truex, but he's not going to quite pass him right there. So it looks like the battle rages on with Kyle Busch and Flash Racer. But here comes Kurt Busch. Or not Kurt Busch, Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick, we got to remember that Reddick got this ride a year early, and here he comes. Tyler Reddick is the next car. He's going to make it 3 wide almost. Yes, he is. And he's going to get past those guys, Truex and Harvick, and now he is by the side of Philip Torres, but it looks like he's not going to quite hold him off. Philip Torres just has a bit more speed than Tyler does in this race. Here comes Jessica Mona in the number 13 Toyota. And she's going to run that high side. Really impressive driving. Going to get underneath Chase Elliott, who is by far still struggling with that handling issue. And look at all those spots. Right behind Denny Hamlin. Just gave Hamlin a little bump right there. Bell up the track. And now Jessica Mona. Look how well Toyo Sports is running right now. They've got both of their cars in the top 5. Very, very impressive run. Of course, they are bringing the heat this season. Joe Gibbs Racing has a lot of contention with that Toyo Sports team, but looks like Simon Toyo Sports is going to really be able to have a chance of possibly being the better team of the two. And of course, Kyle Busch is still battling Flash Racer for the lead as Flash holds the outside and Kyle Busch on the bottom. Here comes William Byron and the Raptor. Another Axalta company on the car this weekend. Let's see what he's got. William Byron does not have the fastest run, but it looks like Elliott's going to lose another spot. So is Larson. William Byron's going to insert himself into the top 10 just about. But there goes Larson and Chase Elliott. That car, you could tell, is wobbling. It's having weird issues out there. Number 9 car is not having a great run today. This could be detrimental if he does not get points today. He's going to have to race even harder in the next couple races. But Chase Elliott is having issues with that car. Here comes Brad Keselowski in the number 6. Keselowski's going to get under Chase Elliott right there. And Keselowski is going to get another spot. He is going to get right by Kevin Harvick and Martin Truex Jr. Not going to quite pass Tyler Reddick, but a good run for Keselowski either way in that RFK Ford. The Hendrick cars are having a pretty weak run so far. The only super competitive Chevy, of course, is Flash Racer. He's the best of the Camaros out here so far, as the rest are not doing so well. Of course, Philip Torres is second best, as all the Toyotas and Fords are starting to catch up with Chevrolet this season. Chevy dominated last year. And, of course, how can we not talk about Chevy without Alex Bowman, your Season 1 champion? Let's see what he's got. Alex Bowman, can he insert himself into the battle? Here he goes. And it looks like now he's going to get past Ryan Blaney. And now the second best Chevy is Alex Bowman, your Season 1 champion. So Hendrick Motorsports will get a car in the top 5, top 10. And it's going to be really exciting to see that because Hendrick Motorsports is trying to step their game up. The Toyotas are starting to figure out this next-gen car. And Kyle Busch is the poster boy of it this season. He is going to go to RCR next season, but he's still prioritizing performing his best. Here comes Joey Logano in the number 22. Here comes the 22 car, Joey Logano, and he's going to spin. Oh, collects Chase Elliott. Looks like Logano was going to make a move and ended up collecting him and wrecking him right there. That was kind of shocking to see from Joey Logano. He was going to try to get under him. Elliott was in the way, had that mechanical issue, kind of swerved into the 22 and collected them both. So Chase Elliott and Joey Logano are done for the day. Very unfortunate for them. Not very often you see Chase Elliott heading to the garage this early on in a race, so this is a very underwhelming day for Chase Elliott. He's looking forward to making a comeback at the next race. Here comes another Chase Briscoe. Briscoe's did pretty good today. He's going to get past the number 6 of Brad Keselowski and insert himself in the spot behind Tyler Reddick. That number 14 is starting to pick it up. A brand new race car for Performance Racing School on the car this weekend. Of course, he's battling Tyler Reddick and Phil Torres. Here comes Daniel Suarez in number 99. Tootsie's Lounge. Let's see what he's got. Unfortunately, not the fastest run for Daniel Suarez. Not going to finish last, but not going to finish too great either. But a solid effort either way. He's got a lot to go this season. Here comes Alex Ross. So far, he hasn't been the best Toyota sports car. Wrecked out of the Daytona 500, had several issues in these past races. Here comes Alex Ross. Can he do it? He's going to get behind Chase Briscoe right there. Briscoe got a shot. And he's not going to get any further than that, which is unfortunate. There's a lot of traffic there. So the 14 was definitely a part of it right there. And he gave him a huge shot, enough to be ahead of Philip Torres just about. So that's kind of interesting to see. Chase Briscoe is starting to pick himself up this season. And, of course, it was a helpful shot from Alex Ross. He just got caught up in traffic. That's kind of been the story of Alex Ross this season, just caught up in things that are not allowing him to win. Here comes Bubba Wallace in the 23. And let's see what he's got. Bubba Wallace, look at that. We got a kind of a jam up in the back straightaway right there. They are all just battling through there. And, of course, Bubba Wallace has just got himself into the mix. Fairly interesting battle right here. Things were getting pretty congested there in that back straightaway, but the battle is still raging on. Of course, Flashracing still on the outside. Busch on the bottom still has not changed. It's very difficult to pass in this car. And, of course, let's do Eric Jones in the number 43. Let's see what he's got. Number 43, Tide Machine. Not a fast run either. Only going to get by Daniel Suarez right there. So Daniel Suarez not having the best run today. But he's got a whole season to figure that car out. So he'll be just fine. Here comes Izzy B. Trying to reinsert herself into the championship picture. She's having quite a hard time. That team is brand new to having Izzy B there. And of course, with challenges, with a new driver in that team, we're going to have to see what she can do. Does she have enough today to get a solid finish? Looks like she's going to get under a lot of cars right here. Bumps Alex Ross a little bit. But there she is. Now Philip Torres reunites himself with Izzy B right there as she finds her big brother on the racetrack right behind Chase Briscoe. So Izzy B's got some more speed on that car. So she performed a little bit better than we thought. That 36 car is not as good as the 60 car, which is now retired. So she's going to have to continue to improve that car, carry that team, and that's what she's done. She's been a big part of the Ford racing development. Here comes Ross Chastain in the number 1. Ross Chastain is going to be ahead of Martin Truex Jr. right there. No controversy today. It looks like Ross is just having a very conservative day, very uncharacteristic for his driving style. Here comes Cole Custer, number 41. And he's going to spin out. He's in the wall. His day is done. Cole Custer has wrecked here, and that is very unfortunate for him. Stewart-Haas Racing has not had great luck with that 41 car. Here comes Chris Buescher in the number 17. Can he finish? Chris Buescher is going to pass Kyle Larson right there, and he's going to end up right behind Byron right there. He's going to kind of get behind him right there, but he's not going to wreck him. He's got a pretty clean run right there. Just could not get past the 24 right there for that spot. But here comes Eric Almirola in the number 10. And we got an engine gone. Another car has had a blown engine this season and a blown tire. That 10 car is out of contention. Here comes Austin Dillon in the number 3 Bass Pro. We're going to have to see what he's got. And he's having some sort of issue with his car as well. The 3 car. Looks like there's an issue with that engine. Something wrong with it. As that car, Austin Dillon over the radio is like, that car's getting hot. I'm not sure what's going on. So his day is over, unfortunately, as he's going to bring his car down pit road as the battle continues out front. Harrison Burton in the 21 is the next in line. Let's see what he's got. He has been playing massive second fiddle to Austin Cindric this year in similar equipment, but he is a rookie. He's still figuring out this Cup Series stuff right there. He's going to get past Bubba Wallace right there. Yeah, this track is becoming quite congested. It's almost like they're, just to get a big view, they're literally chasing their tails around this track. It's a very short track. Kyle Busch and Flash Racer still are battling. Of course, Flash Racer doing everything he can to get past them, but not much has really changed. Kyle Busch just has better equipment today. Here comes Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He's going to finish the race, but it is not going to be great. Ty Dillon in the number 42. Ty Dillon is going to have a great run today. He's going to get past the 4 right there. He's going to battle the 21 for that spot underneath Bubba Wallace. So, very good stuff. Good stuff. 42 actually outdid the 43 today. Not very often that happens. Here comes the 38 Boot Barn of Ty Dillon. Not going to be great, but he is going to get past William Byron. Believe it or not, Hendrick Motorsports is getting outran by a front row car today, so front row is having a pretty solid day. A quiet, good day for this team. You got the 36 and the 38. The 34 does not run this series, but of course the 36 and the 38, very young drivers, so they've got a lot of ways to go. Here comes Corey LaJoie in the number 7. And it looks like he's going to also have issues with his car. So we've got a couple issues already with these cars. It's another tire issue, and it looks like another engine has gone hot. The number 7 is out of contention. 2 more cars to go, 35th and 36th. Here comes Noah Gragson. He's going to finish the race, but it's not going to be great. And 1 more car to go is Kaz Gralla in the number 50. He's going to finish the race. It's not going to be great. And without further ado, the race is over. All the laps have been, all the cars have gone. And coming out of turn 4, Kyle Busch and Flash Racer side by side. Contact made. And Kyle Busch wins 2 races in a row. And Flash Racer sucks up another heartbreaking second place as the field comes around. Kyle Busch wins at Bristol Motor Speedway, his 2nd win in a row, and it's going to come in the Skittles Lima's back car. Congratulations, Kyle Busch. He has won, and here comes the rest of the field. And that is it, folks. That has been the Discount Tire 500 at Bristol Motor Speedway. So pretty interesting today how this race went. The leader was hard to pass, and of course, it became the deciding factor for Flash Racer. Kyle Busch wins. Here's a rundown of where they finished. Interesting day. Kyle Busch the king of Bristol. He wins again, the Discount Tire 500, his second win in a row, Kyle Busch. Heartbreaking second place finish for Flash Racer, as Kyle Busch wins again. The fans are quite excited to see Amara's car back in victory lane. And that is going to do it here for Bristol Motor Speedway. Here's a bit of an overview of to see where your favorite driver finished. But quite a day, folks. Kyle Busch has dominated again here at Bristol Motor Speedway, and his second win with Joe Gibbs Racing this season. Looking forward to continuing a great finale season. So without further ado, folks, that has been the Flash Racing Cup Series here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Thank you all for tuning in and heading over to the Bristol Motor Speedway to check out this event. And, of course, stay tuned for the next race at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Kyle Busch is your points leader going into the next race. A fairly tamed Bristol Motor Speedway race. And, of course, Kyle Busch is the champion of the day, driving the Skittles number 18. So thank you all for checking out this race broadcast. Of course, heartbreaking second place for Flash Racer. Great run for the 71-13. Toyota Sports had a great day. And, of course, Blaney, Bowman, Bell, Larson, of course, pretty good days. Larson actually started well, but did not finish well. Without further ado, this has been the Flash Racing Cup Series at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Stay tuned for Atlanta for the miraculous 300. Thank you all for watching. Kyle Busch is a two-time winner this season, back-to-back. And the line is back, Skittles car. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you guys in the next race.